Hey everyone, Sean Fleeman here, and today I'd like to share and talk a little bit about my new book, Butterfly Leadership. So, what is this book? Why did I write it? Who's it for? Let's answer a few questions today. First of all, let's start by defining the title, Butterfly Leadership. No one normally associates the word leadership and butterfly together, so let's talk about that. Butterfly here for this book represents someone that goes through a change, someone that purposely says, you know what, I'm just consuming, I just take in, I think about my life, I'm just existing, I just got my little leaf here and nothing more. And you know that you should change, want to change, see other people changing, but maybe like me, you have plateaued, or you're just in a little life bubble where you don't know what to do next, but you know you need to do something. And then comes the change. The butterfly represents you had to go through some endurance, you had to go through some pressing, you had to go through some soul searching, you had to be brave. And then the butterfly emerges, and instead of just being a drab little worm that consumes for itself, it's now something that can give back. And that's the whole idea, transforming from a follower to a giver. Servant leadership. The Bible tells us that we should be servant leaders wherever we go, in all that we do, in our work, in our families, in our schools, in every aspect of life, in our churches. We need to be givers, and that's really the idea. The second word here is leadership. It's not so much the person that has a title in your job, the CEO, entrepreneur, the president, someone in government, military. That's not necessarily what I'm talking about when I say leadership here. I'm talking about leading your life. Leading your life, deciding to be brave, to take an inward look and say, well, I don't really like what I see here. But then taking the steps to change, not for the sake of ambition, because ambition can be just puffing up your name and puffing up your titles or your accolades. But have a godly mindset, have a servant mindset, have a mindset of someone that I'm going to be a leader in my sphere of influence. Because if you want to have influence in any sphere that you're in, you've got to learn to value others. You've got to learn to put more thought and emphasis on others than on yourself. That's not diminishing yourself. You need to love yourself in order to love others, because you can't lead others if you don't love them, and you can't love them if you don't love yourself, which is a biblical precedent. So I encourage you today that if you find yourself in some kind of a state of frustration or pain, where you're like, I want to grow, I want to develop, I want to change, I want to see some things come to pass in my life, then take a look at Butterfly Leadership. And I hope that it will help you, and I hope that it will encourage you, and I hope that it will inspire you, and not just be a motivational book, but I hope that it can teach you some specific steps to take from transforming from a follower and a consumer to a giver, going from good to great, taking responsibility for your life to become a leader so that you can lead others back to Jesus. Thanks so much.